Welcome, friends of the Crawford. I'm down here in Wandesford Quay with Bernadette again this week. We're seeing a lot of each other this week, Bernadette, and couldn't have enough of it.
Exactly. The more the merrier. Absolutely. We'll have you every week, please, Michelle.
And I've also got Oisín Burke here as well. Hello, Oisín. How are you? And this is part of the Faoin Spéir initiative, and this is the Make Space programme, and this is the tile making workshop that's running here, open to the public, free event, absolutely fantastic. Tell us, what are people getting up to today besides getting mucky?
Getting mucky, getting dirty, playing with the clay. Sure, look, it's all good. We're just giving everybody an opportunity to make a tile, and if they fall in love with it, we'll fire it for them, and if they want to throw it in the recycle bin, that's equally fine. So it's just a have a go experience, and that's really what we're here for, and to utilise our beautiful space here in Wandesford Quay and get people knowledgeable about what goes on here, our amazing programmes, and realise that there are 30 full-time artists here, and we're extremely privileged to have this city centre space, subsidised space, as part of the creative spaces from the Arts Council, and it's just an amazing amenity and arts facility here in the city, which I'm delighted to be part of. I recently secured a 4-year lease here, so I will be making clay like the band is going strong, hopefully for the next few years. So anyway, I wanted to get involved in the Faoin Spéir Make Space initiative and share what I do with people. So this is a good, fun, easy way to get people playing with clay. And as I say, if you fall in love with it, you can have a little tile to take home with you, or a coaster for your beer, whatever you perhaps need, or gin and tonic for yourself, Michelle, whatever's needed. But I'll show you a few little techniques here if you like.
Perfect, because I see you have a lot of different materials out here in the table, and you've got slip and you've got textures.
Making, yeah, we're making everything from horses' heads to cityscapes to we're rolling negative space here with the clay, and we're using some leaves and ferns commandeered from the Fitzgerald Park this morning, and we'll incorporate all that into our designs. So one of the first things that we do is basically we add colourant to the clay. So that's a bit of yellow added to the clay, and turquoise, which is always a big hit. And so that is a good place to start. It's called sgraffito, this particular technique. And if you get plenty of it on your brush there, a couple of swipes with the clay, you get a nice bit of coverage. I will go one way, then go the other. Happy days. And we'll leave that dry for a few minutes. So what we have been doing with that in terms of making a bit of a mark, you can then come along with the simplest of instruments, the old pencil, and you can draw into that. Let me see, I have another piece here that's slightly more dry.
Here's one I made earlier.
We were trained on Blue Peter, weren't we, Michelle? So we know all about that, and cookery shows. So here's one with a bit of slip on it previously, and you can do a very simple thing now, just a simple spiral. We also have lots of other things that you can use here. As I say, keeping it simple and straightforward. And as you know, I'm partial to the horses, so we'll just we'll carve out a horse's head here. Very simple.
It's quite a good technique for people starting off as using a template.
Yes, exactly. A little stencil until you get freehand with it. But there's a little horse's head there, and we'll give him an eye, and we'll work on his ears and probably fix those nostrils. So there's always something to be fixed. But anyway, that's another technique, really, using a pencil, and we have a variety of tools here, so you can use whatever you want, really. We do encourage you to use your imagination with the whole thing. So that's a line making technique. And then, so you can do that through the clay. And then another technique we're showing everybody here, it's great. We have about 6 or 7 people here at the moment, and then we're scheduled to have another crowd come in at 3:30. But this is just basically some textures and some lines put on the clay. We've been using everything from the paintbrush that the bristles fell out of to make those circles, all the way to the old afro comb to stab here and do a few dots. And we have this bit of a grout scraper, which actually works really well in terms of putting these lines on. So it's just up to you, really, what you want to do for a visual rhythm. We do find that circles go down really well. So that was just stamp the circles onto the clay and put the yellow slip over, and then we filled in the circles with a bit of green slip. have at it with the circles. Always a crowd pleaser. So that's the circle.
And these are all tools that people have at home. So they're at home in your wardrobe, in your cupboards. So it would be, and the clay, is that, you can buy this, I presume, ready made?
Yeah, this is commercial clay. It's a buff stoneware. So you get a 12 kilo bag of it, which is absolutely loads. For the prices vary everywhere from €12 all the way up to 50 or 60. If you want to go for porcelain or fine black clays, you can pay any amount of money for clay as you can with everything else. But that was just another bit of way of playing with it in terms of putting on texture. And we have a whole box of stuff for putting texture on over there. People are digging in. Oisín is here showing the wee ones how to do it. So it's just, as I say, a bit of fun. And if you want to get into it, well, we can help you do that as well.
Perfect. I'm here now, friends, with Oisín Burke. And Oisín himself was a graduate from Crawford, and absolutely delighted to see how many people have gotten involved today. It's great to get people who've never used clay before. And I saw you helping out some small little fella with the hairdryer and technique.
Yeah, well, we've had a range of people that have come in today, and we actually had a mother and daughter from Ukraine that have just come over from because of what's going on over there at the minute. So they just really stumbled across coming the workshop that we're having today, and they really enjoyed it, and they just have been welcomed so much by